Hello and welcome to another episode of Ways to Better Living. As always, this is your host Coolio, bringing you a new topic today, which I haven't decided yet what this topic will be about. So in a few moments, I'll be able to give you what the topic is about. But before I start, and I will continue in a sense, start with this. So as we've been discussing so many things, and as the last topic was dealing with sports or games, so today I would like to talk about another subject that this time around we're gonna switch it up. Instead of talking about, which is still got to do with personal, but we're gonna move it in the aspect of your government system, or whatever you want to call it, kingdoms. You got the name for it. So we're gonna have a little bit discussion of this, and how I'm going to do it today is I'm probably not going to be able to give you the topic as now, but just dive into the conversation, since this one is just conversation as to discuss and open up certain things that some of it we might have discussed in the past, some of it might polish most of those discussions as well. So, with saying that, the question I have is, the reason why this is something that's been in my heart to discuss is, it's got to do with mostly people who will tell you they don't like liars, they despise them, they hate lies, and all this, that they will use all these words to describe a liar. Yet, these ones will prefer a liar. They will say all these things, and this came back again after a while, after certain things that I've seen, that brought back this thought of it, like, how can one sit there and say, I do not like or I hate liars, yet what they go on about and accepting in society, which is a lot of the time the government, the things that set up that they do, you point to it as, yeah, that's not good, which is a lie, yet you tell people, oh, that's how it is, you gotta go. Then, would you say if someone calls you an hypocrite, that person is right? I'm just asking. If someone says you're a hypocrite, why would someone call you that? Because a lot of people do not know what that word is anymore. So I encourage you, look it up, and then you make the decision yourself if you want, that will say, yes, I am an hypocrite or not. Do I say I do not like something or I hate something? I do not love something, especially if you do not love it. Do you accept it and go with it? Because if you do, which means you pushing the thing that you do not love rather than the thing that you love. So that's an hypocrite. So look it up. Decide yourself where you belong, because your system or your government or the kingdom of the world that you support, where does it lead you? Does it lead you to a place where you say it is good, If not, then sit back and ask yourself, why do we keep supporting the very things that we know is not good for us? What is the reason behind it? Why we cannot stand to it and say, no, I personally will not go for it. These are things that you personally, this is not something you gotta ask people to jump behind you to before you can stand up on it. Because that's what the world says. Oh, if you believe this, that it's good, you gotta get people because there's what they said, great something behind numbers. But one thing you people forget is that you do not need people to be behind you for you to stand up for what is true. You just have to stand up for what is true. And when something is true, you stand up for it. Guess what happened? Even the ones that are going to be forcing you, they know exactly that this is wrong that they're doing, but they're looking at that you just by yourself. So therefore, they want as many behind it. The one that's wrong, they're the ones that need numbers behind them. So the one that won can say, oh, because there's numbers behind this, then they have to fold, because that's how the world works. The voting, the guy that is true never got the numbers behind them. It's always the one that's wrong. We say it in your politics. So if that's how the system put these things, and you're seeing it, that it doesn't necessarily mean the numbers get you results. Yes, they tell you that in the world, that the numbers give you results, but you do your research. How many things that people have been protesting on, which numbers are behind? Where have they gone with the results? There's still no result. And this is also coming from a conversation I have with someone where you push for something that's true. They tell you, oh, go this route, and the route they tell you to go to is always for them to keep you to not do anything. So if you go that route, guess what happened? You just follow their wrongdoings again, because they would never result to anything. So now I'm asking you, as an individual, have you sat down, make a list of the things you love and the things you do not love that you see in the world? Put them side by side. When you put down the ones that you love, and then you put down the ones that you do not love, and then see which one you constantly support after you put them side by side, and you find the ones that you support the most are the things that you do not love. You can prove me wrong by saying you support the things that you love, and see, write it down, because this way you see it yourself. I'm not there with you. Remember, like one of the last episode I did, I said, people always said, oh, you gotta, this is your own, you painting. I give you the direction for you to paint the picture yourself with your own life. And that's how you see the path you're on. Because if I paint it for you, you say it's my painting. But if you painting it yourself, guess what happens? You see that it's your painting. So you cannot say, oh, it's this person's painting. No, you only get the direction on what to paint. And this paint is your life. What do you support? And what do you don't? What do you love? And what you don't? And then when you see the picture, then this helps you to see the path you're on. And mind you, once you see this, the next step is to make that U-turn. Why? Because if you continue in that path, guess what happens? You're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting anyone. It's yourself, because all what you say you stand for, that you love, are all in the back. And you're chasing the things that you say you do not love. And this is the life pattern humans been going on for many generations. And these humans still wonder, how come we're not getting the results? We're doing all this, we're doing all that, but we're not getting the results. Well, if you keep digging in the same spots, looking to find treasure that you can't find there, and the same spot constantly, you dig, you don't find anything, you cover it, and you come back to the same spot and dig it again. Guess what people will say if someone keep doing that? They said something is wrong with that person. Boom! That's what's wrong with the world. The very same thing that you would say if an individual is doing that very thing, you will say something is wrong with them mentally. Then you look at the big picture, the world. What the world been doing is that exact same of that one person. And this help you knowing that, yes, everyone been falling in that same mental pattern of something wrong with them by not shifting. It says, alright, let's not dig on this spot. We've dug this spot too many times. There's nothing there. Let's move to somewhere else. By you moving somewhere else, you get the result you're looking for. So, with this, I will have to say this is, I would call this a rant for some of the things that humans do, that I've seen this and it just, I cannot close my eyes to it anymore and keep my mouth shut. Though I've spoken many times about a lot of these things, but I have to do it as a reminder on this platform as to ways that you could see how you could better your life by looking at these things yourself. If you said you're not an hypocrite, then change your perception and the way you do things that you've been doing that's not giving you results. So with this said, I would love to end this episode with saying thank you for listening and be able to bear with you might say I'm crazy, and I can confirm to you, yes, I know I am, because these are not things that you will hear from someone giving you without asking you for cost of it. Also, you will say, yes, I'm crazy, but the one thing you will confirm is that I speak the truth, as that is the truth I'm here to give you. So with that, I'll say, this is Coolio saying God bless you all and have a lovely time.